Hi, my name is Javier, and today I'm going to be talking about Apple. Apple is today one of the biggest companies in the world. They sell their products all around the globe and make $5,000 a second. But they didn't start like this. The beginnings of Apple were very humble. Three men, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne, started the company. Ronald Wayne will sell his company stocks for only $500. If he had kept those stocks, he would have $72 billion right now. The first Apple computer wasn't expensive. It was a cheap computer that so, like Steve Jobs said, it was trying to show people around me to be clever, to get acknowledgement for making a very inexpensive computer. The first Mac to be sold costed only $600. It cost them a great deal to get the money to make them. Steve Jobs had to get loans from banks and money from friends. The first Apple was a success, and they got the money to make Apple II. It had a great number of improvements, and it had an innovation. It was the greatest success in the company yet. One of the reasons why it was a success was the color graphics. For only $100, you could buy some graphics worth 10 times more. But how did it become what we know nowadays? Cheap labor. Apple moved their factories from the US to cheaper countries like China. Now every Apple product we have is assembled in China. This is because it is way cheaper to have labor there. You can pay workers only $100 to work for a month, and instead in the US you have to pay them about $800. This cheap labor is an example of the Industrial Revolution and its effect. Like in the beginnings of the revolution, where children would work for little money, nowadays China and other countries alike are the labor for these big companies. These workers are the base of Europe's and America's economy because all our products come from there.
My name is Nick, and I'll be talking about the positives and the negatives of Apple. Some of the positives include the iPhone gives everyone access to the internet, which in turn allows people to read up on the news, learn new life hacks, listen to music, and play games. When Apple was created, the iPhone was a new idea of allowing people to have a mobile camera. It was a huge success and has now taken over the world. People no longer use traditional cameras to take photos, but use their phones instead. Many companies are making big money off of ads for mobile phone games that people now see when they're on their phones 24/7. Apple has also made many music producers very wealthy because of the now unlimited music choices at their fingertips. Some of the negatives include the iPhone has changed things such as gum sales, because those supermarket lines to check out used to have gum and candy to distract you when you were bored and waiting in line, but now people are on their phones. Since the iPhone release, there have been many more accidents per year due to texting and driving. With Apple products being so popular and in such high demand, the need for cheap labor has significantly risen, so that the need for more child labor in Apple factories in China.